name, please? C and J. Oh, goodness, y'all. Welcome back to Good and Crazy News, y'all. It's your boy, Aki, and I'm back with another episode. Now, y'all know I got my good girlfriend. She's co-hosting back with us again today. JoJo, sit down.
Hey, everybody.
And y'all know I got my trusty co-executive producer in the house.
What's up, guys?
And guess what? My mama's sitting up in here, y'all. Say hey.
Hey.
Oh, my God. She's participating today. JoJo, if you don't sit down, oh, my goodness. And y'all know we have our book, White Fragility, is still up in here for y'all. Don't forget to buy this book and read it. Because if you know any white people that are fragile, and I know you do, give it to them so they can get a perspective of life.
The other sides.
And I do mean that. Hey, y'all, I got to start off with some tragedy today. Y'all know that we are in San Antonio, Texas. And I want to let y'all know that something devastating has happened here in our city, in our state. And I want to send out prayers to everyone that's involved. There were these girls at this camp called the Heritage Camp for Christian Children. And they were on the banks of the Guadalupe River. They had their whole camp set up there. You know, they was going to probably be there for 14 days or 10 days. You know how these summer camps go for kids.
Right.
You know, they go, they spend the night or whatever. Well, Friday night it started raining. And there were 170 kids there, I believe, and they can't account for 24 of the girls. So could you imagine being at a camp where we've been to that Guadalupe River before? It's so shallow when it goes by. You barely think anything, but you know it used to run wild at a certain point because of all of the pushback around the banks.
Yeah.
So that's your signal. So I guess it rained so hard that it would wash them away. Y'all, this comes from an Associated Press. It says rescuers scoured flooded riverbanks littered with mangled trees on Saturday. They turned over rocks in search of more than 24 children from a girls' camp and may have others missing after a wall of water blasted down a river in Texas Hill Country. Yeah, they say 13 inches of rain rained down in 1 hour. 13 inches. San Antonio as a city barely gets 13 inches a year.
A year, yes.
So just imagine how much rain that is in 1 hour. My mom said, "God, listen. We're not finna do that on this story, okay?"
That's part of my conspiracy.
Yes, it says the storm killed at least 37 people across the state, including 14 children. Some 36 hours after the floods, authorities still have not said how many people were missing among the 27 children from Camp Mystic, a Christian summer camp along the along a river in Kerr County, where most of the dead were recovered. The Kerrville mayor has came out and said, do not come down there to help. He said, don't come help. He said they have enough personnel there from San Antonio, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, and, those cities up there in the Hill Country. He said they have enough people. Do not come. People are saying they want to bring their helicopters and help with and he's like, no, we already have 14 helicopters in the sky rescuing people. We don't need you to come, even though that's a noble thing for you to want to do is to come help.
Right, but we ain't trying to lose no more people.
Right, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, basically what this storm did was I saw it on Doppler radar because I look at the Doppler radar all the time. I'm just that type of a person, and I saw the storm come on top of Kerrville, and it just sat there. And did not move. You know how sometimes you watch the radar and the storm just be moving?
And you can see it move and track. That's how they track it. Yeah.
That storm sat right there and did not move. It did not move. It just sat there in one spot for hours.
I wonder what's happening with Texas. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I want to say, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, Hot Wheels. He did have something to say. He vowed that authorities will be relentless in rescuing and recovering victims. He said, we will find every one of them, he said. Search crews were facing harsh conditions while looking in every possible location. Rice said, authorities said about 850 people have been rescued. The U.S. Coast Guard helicopters are flying in to assist. So they have plenty of help. This is a sad story, y'all.
they find them. I hope
You have
they
to find every last single one of them.
Everybody.
Yes, Lord. And you know what the thing about it is? You know, you send your kids to a Christian camp.
Yeah.
And Noah's Ark shows up.
I mean,
let me move on. Let me move on before we get in trouble. Yeah, I know I can't control myself.
I got the gift of gab, baby. I'm going to just start right with you.
From that to this. Y'all, why is Armon Wiggins up down here to the news, y'all? You know who Armon Wiggins is, right? You don't. He's a content creator. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers out there for the black side. You know, the black, pop culture, gossipy community. He's like one of the biggest guys out there, Armon Wiggins. So he was out there covering the Diddy trial. And
he's got a nice smile.
He's a handsome person, but he's stupid as hell.
Okay,
so let me just tell you this. You know the girl Lovely T?
Yes.
Okay, so finally she knows something. Somebody she know. So Lovely T was down there covering the Diddy trial. You know, when the Diddy trial came out, that Iranian guy was out there along with Tisa Tells and Lovely T and Armon Wiggins. They were all out there covering the Diddy trial. So when the charges came out, they said that Diddy was off on 3 of the 5 charges. Now, did you hear that people were down there putting baby oil on themselves to celebrate Diddy?
No.
Armon Wiggins decides he's going to be down there and start spraying baby oil all over himself to celebrate Diddy being only charged with 2 charges. Y'all want to watch something?
Let's watch something.
Look at the screen. Watch this. Now listen.
Girl, you playing now.
No, I'm not.
I love my people, but we gotta take something serious one day.
Okay, you know what I think he's doing?
What?
He's subliminally sending a message to Diddy.
Right.
That when you get out,
right,
you can just call me and I'll come do your first freak off.
Okay.
Oh, come on, cat.
He gonna host it too.
He gonna host it and everything, child. Armon.
The funny thing, I see what he's doing is trying to make maybe light about the allegations, but there was several things that we can't make light of, that he was alleged to do, did. So I see, because they were saying he was using that baby oil to stop, I'm not laughing, to stop women from leaving too, like putting it on the floors and stuff.
What?
Yeah. You didn't hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
Yes, like trying to stop women from leaving his house.
So wait, he will put baby oil on the floor by the front door?
It was just something I heard. It was something I heard. I don't know how true it was. But if somebody put that in their story that he was...
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? And they got up there, they evict him, they done said these claims or whatever. I don't know. Made a claim, stated something. That's not funny,
Oh, my God. I did not hear that.
Getting drenched down.
Well, you know what? I can believe that. I can believe that story. You know why? I was in Cancun one time with one of my homies. And he decided he was going to act up, right? This motherfucker, first of all, he claimed he's such a good trip planner and everything. He's like, let's go to Cancun. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. Child, I got my Spirit Airlines ticket to fly me on down to the Cancun and everything. And got there, we were staying at a family resort, child. No, we didn't. First of all, the beach wasn't hitting on shit. The food wasn't hitting on nothing. The cocktails wasn't hitting on nothing. And then as soon as we left the hotel to go walk down the street, Kukulkan, if anybody been to Cancun, y'all know that street, Kukulkan. Child, we walking down the street, Kukulkan. Now, all of a sudden, we see the lit hotels over there with all the lights and shit going on. People walking around with thongs and shit. The music is banging and shit. And everybody's dropping it like it's hot and whatnot. We can't go in because, of course, we don't have no band to get in. So we get back to the hotel. Child, it's like 6:30. This nigga is going to bed.
I'm gonna walk away because I need to calm down because bitches in here is motherfucking trying me and I'm ready to pop the fuck off. Because you gonna say you call
I
me
tried to
arrogant.
go to bed. We both had our own beds, obviously.
Right.
And then I go to turn on the TV, and I'm like, child, the TV barely even works because Mexico.
Right.
There's no channels, okay? So I'm like, I'm get all bored, and I'm like, so anyway, somehow me and him ended up getting into it. Because I was like, I can't believe you going to bed and like, we're in Cancun.
No, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why are we here? You could have went to bed at home.
right.
We got here. We supposed to be partying.
Right. Like, I'm like,
Right.
what is going on? Like, nigga, are you for real going to bed? And he
At
went to
6:30.
bed.
Baby.
So then I was like, well, you know what? I'm about to go out. He decided he wanted to be my daddy at this point and try to tell me I can't go nowhere. So we getting into it. We arguing. Phil is on the phone by this time because I got Phil on
Thank
speaker.
God for Phil.
I'm like, Phil, because now he's getting all rowdy with me. And I'm like, Phil, I need you to book me a flight right now to get up out of here. Child, I found a flight for 1:16. One stop to San Antonio, one stop in Dallas or wherever it was, back to San Antonio. And child, when I was leaving the room, he tried to get rowdy again. I ain't gonna. So I took an empty bottle of vodka. This is why I said I believe that story about the baby oil on the floor to stop people from leaving because he didn't have no shoes on. And he got mad because I was leaving at this point. Now, mind you, there's no romantic shit going on. This is literally just my friend.
Right.
And so he decided he was going to try to like chase me out of the room because he couldn't believe that I actually like bought a ticket and was leaving.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, like, you really going to leave? Like he wanted to fight because I was going to leave. Child, on my way out the door, I took that vodka bottle because he was coming from the bed area.
Yeah.
I took that vodka bottle and went, bow, right on the floor and walked out.
Baby, he didn't get through that door no time.
No, he did not get through, baby. Because that was my baby oil trap.
I know that's right.
So, I mean, you know, you can't be messing with folks now. Now, Diddy did his in offense. Mine was in defense.
And then, yes,
Okay?
I like that.
So, so Armon Wiggins, child, listen, all I got to say to you is nothing.
Hit him up in his DMs.
He
Do
got,
better.
yeah.
Do
You got
better.
now. Apparently, he made this apology, right? I didn't see the apology video. I was looking for it, but Armon, you did it. Stand 10 toes down in it. You did it, and so what? You want Diddy out? Stand on it.
Right.
Die on that hill. Bye, Armon Wiggins. Again. Child. Oh, Lord. Why is Black China down here to my computer? Oh, now, y'all know I love Black China. Why are you trying to make me slam Black China? I didn't produce this. Y'all co-executive producer produced this show. Now, y'all know I love Black China. I even call her Angela now because she's no longer that bad girl she used to be. Do you know anything about Black China?
I do actually like her.
Me too.
I
I like her a whole lot.
I didn't know her when she was with the Kardashians. I just, you know, when she was friends with them and with that whole situation, and she had the pierced dimples and
They
Nicki
painted her
Minaj
as such a
bangs,
they painted her as such a bad person,
did.
but
They
she's
painted her
not a
bad.
bad person at all.
She converted her life.
Yeah.
You know, she changed her life back around, and she's doing it for her and her kids.
Well, you know what I think it was? I think originally she was only acting like that for the camera.
I mean, come on now.
She was trying to get her bag,
She was trying to get that bag.
and
Before we knew.
right.
Before we knew about what gives people the money, which is the attention. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but they still getting money for it.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Being nice is so much easier than being a bitch.
Is it easier to be nice?
My mama said not all the time.
Not all the time.
No.
I'm agree with you, Mom, on that, because I'm having a problem right now with just being nice.
You want to be a bitch?
I do to certain people.
Certain
Certain people. I'm sorry. They pull it out of you. They pull it out of you. Certain people, I just be like, baby, oh, you tried it today. Okay.
Now, besides your children, because I know children can pull it out
They
of you.
pull it out too.
Right. But see, you had no choice but to deal with them because they came from you.
Right.
Now, a man or your mama or your sister or a cousin or just a friend can't make you do that because you have choices. But you can still choose to do it anyway.
You can still choose to be that capital B-I-T-C-H.
Now listen,
Choose
I can be petty.
the head.
Now what? Now to you? Is there a difference between being petty and being a bitch, or are they both the same?
They not the same.
They not.
They're not the same. They're not the same. Because being petty, being petty, turning off the light while the person in the bathroom. Being a bitch is, locking your ass out the car. I got the key, the other key.
Right.
And I knew you needed the key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But bitch, you tried it. So now how you going to get in?
Right. Okay. So, okay. Well, they say sometimes being a bitch is all you have left to hold on to.
Okay. I'll sponsor that.
Back to Black China, y'all. It says Black China independent on the 4th of July calls off engagement to Derek Milano. Auto slam again. The only reason why I say auto slam to this story, even though I love Black China, because we ain't seen her in a minute.
Nope.
Okay, now she's trying to slide back in. She need a TV show now. She need a reality show to show how nice she is. But girl, it shows that you back to your shenanigans again, because what you want us to know is that you call off your engagement. Mm-hmm. Now, why you want us to know that? Why? Because you just trying to be relevant again.
Okay. Except, yeah.
Because you know that coming back saying that I'm about to be married and be the best mom ever, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to play out.
Unless you on a TV show already.
Mm-hmm. And we can see it.
And even these days, people don't really respond to that much no more. Like seeing Cynthia and Peter get married on Atlanta Housewives. The people looked forward to that,
yes,
didn't you? But now we want to see y'all get divorced.
Ain't that sad? Ain't that so sad? Look. Ain't
Society.
No such thing as a happy marriage.
Oh, come on, cat.
Me.
Right.
No, for real.
People are crazy.
It's like, yeah.
Child, all right, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what's going on down here. Y'all, oh, God, what the EPA do now? Okay, this says the Environmental Protection Agency puts on leave 139 employees who spoke out against police policies under Trump. Well, this sounds like Doge did this. Is this Doge? You know what Doge is? Department of Government Efficiencies.
I was going to say Doja Cat. The Doja Cat. I don't
like her. I don't care for her.
My daughter doesn't either.
You know what?
She said ever since she made that lyric and that song, Mama.
You know what I don't like about what she say?
Something about she said about the devil.
Well, you know what I don't like about her?
What?
Doja Cat, and I don't care if you hear this. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I condense it so my computer turns it into a short automatically. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Doja Cat. Because she's one of those people that chooses whether she's gonna be black today or not.
Yeah, I can agree with
today
you.
I'm black, tomorrow I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even worse than Amber Rose. Because Amber Rose is another one of those.
Amber Rose is another one that does
She's
that.
another one that does that too. But Doja Cat is more egregious.
Because she gets coins from that community and then also wants to play like she ain't and when she wants to.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Now what's your problem? Your problem is that you really want to be a white girl. Your problem is that you really don't even want to be black. You going to check me, then check me.
Oh, God, that deserves to be played again. Hold up. Let me set it up. Oh, now, you know what? Just like Amber Rose, Doja Cat is another one of those who chooses to be black when she wants to.
Now what's your problem? Your problem is that you really want to be a white girl. Your problem is that you really don't even want to be black. You going to check me, then check me.
Wait till you see that one. Okay. Back to the EPA. How we go from the Environmental Protection Agency to Doja Cat?
Do I know who Doja is?
Oh, no.
And then you broke it down the Department of
Government Efficiency. Ran by Elon Musk. Who we going to get to in just a minute.
Okay. And he is
African American. Ain't that something?
Yes.
Because African is not a race, and it's not even a nationality. It's a continent identification.
Yes.
But just like they have Chinese, they have Japanese Jamaicans. You know what I mean?
Never met one though.
They exist.
Wow. I need
There's
to
a
travel.
large Japanese or Chinese. I'm sorry. There's a large Chinese community in Jamaica.
I need to travel.
You didn't know that?
I heard that they were down there buying things up.
No.
I didn't know that.
They came there in the 1700s to help cultivate sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they weren't slave owners or nothing like that. That was the British. That was the slave owners. They even ran the Chinese people, too. In other words, the Chinese and the Jamaicans were slaves together.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
So, now they have Chinese Jamaicans down there. You go to Jamaica, and guess what? The Chinese people talk and act just like black Jamaicans. It's so funny to see it.
That sounds funny. Every time he shows me I need to travel. I need to travel because, wow.
Yeah.
I got to see that.
They talk just like this, yeah, man. You hear me? With Chinese eyes. Child, it's crazy. And they have their own version.
You playing now.
No, I'm not.
They have their own version of Chinese / Jamaican fusion food. It's really good. Like, they make Chinese food with a Jamaican twist.
Well, baby, I love Korean barbecue.
My mom was like, that must be good. It must be.
Good. I know that's good.
It's good because they both communities love rice.
Yes. Oh, that's true.
So you know it's going to be fire.
Ooh. I'm thinking next vacation spot.
Child, go on down there. All right, y'all, let's get back to what we hear. This is an important story. Now, it is Saturday. We can cut up on the weekends. All right, but let's get to this story because I don't want to be here because we're already 30 minutes in almost, so you know. I don't like to go over an hour because then my mind starts blanking out and the camera starts shutting off and the computer be like, I'm not even lying. Am I telling the truth? After this show be over, that's how we got to 1 hour limit for the show because like an hour and 5 minutes into the show, the camera starts turning off. The computer starts slowing down. The connection starts going bad. You need to hurry up before you say something. Right.
You don't need to say.
My camera be like, I'm from 2001. Right. I'm all hot over here. The camera's like,
hurry up.
Okay, y'all. Okay, back to the story. All right. It says the EPA puts on leave 139 employees who spoke out against policies under Trump. This comes from the Associated Press. It says the Environmental Protection Agency on Thursday put on administrative leave 139 employees who signed a declaration of dissent with its policies accusing them of unlawfully undermining the Trump administration's agenda. They didn't have to sign it. They should have just ignored it and kept their damn jobs like everybody else did. It says, in a letter made public Monday, the employees wrote that the agency is no longer... JoJo! I told you you're going to tear up my damn studio.
Mojo Jojo.
Oh, my goodness, y'all. This show is live, y'all. Look, but some shit going to go down. Listen.
You don't like that name? I'm sorry.
Listen,
He looked at me like,
JoJo,
like
sit down. You tearing up my studio. Now, you know this room was so big. I got like 3 offices in this one office.
Yes.
There's the office over there in that closet. There's the office right there behind you. Mm-hmm. And there's this one right here. I got a studio and everything. Y'all, if y'all seen this in real life, this is why the person's not sitting next to me because there ain't no room. To be honest,
I'm
okay?
actually happy too because I be laughing and looking goofy.
No, you look cute tonight, girl. You are channeling Janet Jackson up down here. Bring Janet. Y'all should see her. She's looking real cute. Okay, back to this JoJo. Mommy, can you please make JoJo sit down? JoJo, listen. Okay, you doing enough now. Okay, you want to be with everybody. Mm-hmm. She just want to be with everybody. That's all. It's like ain't no room to turn around. Oh Lord, y'all. This is so hood. Y'all, oh my God. It says in a statement Thursday, the EPA said it has zero tolerance policy for career bureaucrats unlawfully undermining, sabotaging, and undercutting the Trump administration's agenda. What was the agenda? The letter representative, okay, y'all listen. Employees, listen, we are so off track. Like, I can't.
Here, baby.
Listen.
Today.
Okay. Am I going to be hood and just skip this, or do I need to really just pull back and let's talk about it for real, for real.
What do you feel about it? It's important to talk about. What did caught your eye?
I don't think that this is important at all because it's only 139 employees, but it is the Environmental Protection Agency, which I do believe needs to go away.
Why do you think the Environmental
The
Protection
EPA
Agency?
needs to go because this part is a lot of the reason.
EPA. Is that off of Simpsons?
No.
No. Okay.
Listen, the reason the Environmental Protection Agency is here to protect animals and wildlife and stuff like that from human destruction, basically. Mm-hmm. And what it does is holds us back from having shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why is because, listen, let me tell you this. I agree with Trump wanting to get rid of the EPA. Okay. I do. And the reason why is because part of the reason why we don't have anything like bullet trains and all this kind of stuff like that is because every time they go to try to cut the land, the EPA is like, stop! There's a frog over here that we need to research and find out where this frog is from.
Oh, no.
And they like, y'all can't do no more construction. Hold on, because we got to find out how many of these frogs is left in the world and find out if they're endangered or not. Because if they're endangered, you can't build right here.
That's crazy.
No, that's the truth of what happens.
Or a spider or an ant.
Whatever.
Same thing that happens with construction, apparently. Right?
Yes, yes.
You're right.
But
okay.
the EPA is even more against doing anything because that's why we don't have shit. Like if you go to other countries, China built 10,000 miles of bullet trains in 10 years. 10,000 miles of bullet train tracks in 10 years.
That's amazing.
Japan has the best bullet train system in the world because guess what? When China says we're going to build something, they say, build it now.
Yes, they do.
In Russia, when they say they're going to build something, they say, build it now. Mm-hmm. You go to Singapore and all these places that you mentioned to me the other night, Thailand and all these places that when you go to see their downtown, it's so beautiful and magnificent and all that kind of stuff and mesmerizing and all that shit because they ain't got no EPA up over there to stop them from doing anything. The Environmental Protection Agency. And the reason why it's such a bad thing in my eyes is because when you want to build something, there's fees that's associated with that EPA also. Like if you want to build something, now you got to pay them to come and do the research and find out if there's anything there that needs to be protected. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for them to find out if anything is protected, your construction business or whatever that you have is costing you money because now you're being delayed by months and months and months and months and months and months and months. So it's discouraging for businesses to build anything.
That's crazy. Yeah, I agree.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the EPA. We're not talking about Environmental Protection Agency. That's what we're talking about. When I was talking about other countries, I was talking about the fact that they're more advanced than us because it's not building inside the city that's the problem. It's building outside the city that's undeveloped land. Is where all of this shit comes in.
And if it was so important to the EPA, why aren't they spending time outside on them on that part or whatever that's undevelopmented? You know, why aren't they out there being science?
Well, the thing about it is there's not enough people for them to just regulate it without a warrant, basically. A warrant saying that, hey, we want to build on this. Can you go look at it? Like, they don't have a reason to go do it unless somebody wants to do something. But it's
Did they do that to make the city that we are currently in?
No, the EPA was not developed until the 1900s.
See? So how important is the EPA? I'm with them on that.
The EPA came, okay.
Yeah, school me, baby.
A long time ago, years and years ago, before New York City subway system and Chicago subway system and all these places was built, they were built by the rich people, the Vanderbilts and all these people like that. But there was no regulation then. There was no EPA. If you had the money to build it, you built it. All those bridges you see, the Brooklyn Bridge, those are all built privately. They were not built by the government.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes. So the reason why they were able to do it is because, as long as you had the money, you could build it. So the United States got jealous of all these rich oligarchs just building shit. So they decided they wanted some of the money, so they developed the EPA.
Duh. Because that's how they get their back scratched.
Because you're looking at the shoes on different feet.
I know, that's
those
right.
are two different people's feet, shoes. So anyway, that's why I don't like the EPA. That's why when you hear, like, if you go to another country right now and you see their airport, you'll be like, damn, this is the airport? You come to America, our airports is like an airport prison airport.
Yep.
There's nothing beautiful about it. It's just strictly industrial. It's there to serve a purpose for you to just go to your plane and get off the plane and go home. If you go to other countries, baby, you would not believe what the airports look like. And I'm not even capping.
I need to travel more.
Child, you wouldn't even make it out the airport. You'd be so mesmerized.
I would be so mesmerized. I spend all my money up in there.
You wouldn't even want to leave the airport.
I need to get.
You wouldn't even realize you in the airport. That's how dope it is. They got trees and shit growing everywhere. Beautiful stuff. You know, it's like a mall. You can go. They got a gym, a hotel,
That's
and
because
the motherfucker.
You know what? We over here focused on the wrong things. We sending.
We policing.
$67 billion.
That's Ukraine.
Ukraine. I'm sorry. Ukraine.
So, in other words, in my opinion, what you think about what I just told you about the reason why?
I agree with Trump wanting to get rid of the EPA because if it's that important, then it needs to be done in a different setting. I think it needs to be done in a different setting. The Environmental Protection Agency needs to do it in a different setting, not from expanding America, making America better for our commute. It shouldn't get in the way with making us better with commuting, not traffic. Y'all shouldn't be able to get in the. Why are y'all in the way of traffic?
They are.
Baby.
They are.
They
standing in the way. Unless you have a government contract, then you ain't building shit. Not on that scale, you're not.
And they shouldn't.
Not for the public.
Yeah. I don't think they should have that much right.
Well, the public don't know no better because they've been indoctrinated into cars. So everybody in America, unfortunately, I was at a conference one time. Not a conference. I was at an award ceremony one time. And it was a big table, like important people and shit. You know, there was a speaker up there speaking. The speaker was a black lady. This was like the Black Realtors Association of San Antonio. I was at a gala. And they had a speaker up there, black lady. She was talking about her travels around the world. And this girl, I'm not going to say her name just in case you see this. She was sitting across from me. And the table was really big. It was a round table, but it was really big. And the lady on the stage was like, yeah, I was in Europe and I traveled from London to Prague by train. And then the girl across from me was like, by train? I was like, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid fuck. She thinks she's sounding grand.
Yeah.
But really she's making herself sound like a goddamn fool.
That'd be BS. We trying to be quiet.
That's what I'm saying. Americans are so against transportation that the government made them believe that. And so, and this is what a lot of people don't understand about rich people. Like how they had, when Trump won, he had Bezos and all of them standing up there with him. Listen, people, y'all don't understand this. Rich people want to spend their money.
Right.
They want to spend it. That's why they get tax breaks is for spending money.
Investing in everything.
They want to spend their money. They want all these buildings you see, like when you go to Austin, you see all those dope-ass buildings downtown. Those are investors building those. Rich people. The government is not building that. Those are people buying that fucking land and building on it.
Right.
So why can't you let the brakes off of everything? See, because in a city, everything is already zoned. It's already been. It's called the city planning. That's been in place for 100 years already. Like they already know where the ghetto is going to be at before you even start building.
Before you even born there.
Yes.
I knew you was going to be born in the ghetto before you got born.
Come on, Dad.
Damn. That's cold-blooded.
It is.
Damn.
You can look at it. It's downtown. It's already there. The plat for the city, the whole city.
That's crazy.
Everywhere you see all these apartments that they're building around here. Listen, if they building 3-story apartments in your neighborhood, it's the ghetto.
You know another thing I think is crazy? Air rights.
Air rights?
Being able to buy air.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody owns the space on top of their house up until forever. That's what they say. I mean, but why I can't charge Delta to fly over my goddamn house then?
Right? You know what I'm saying?
I need $10 every time y'all fly over my house. You know what I'm saying? So air rights is really,
Now, what do you feel about that?
well, hey. Minimal rights is more important.
As what is air rights? Air rights is just being able
You
to
own
build
the air.
up.
Yeah, but guess what?
Giving you the option to build up.
Yes, you can build up, but here's the caveat to that. There's a thing called ordinances and also the HOAs. Mm-hmm. They have deed restrictions in your neighborhood that restrict you from utilizing your air rights. So I can't be in this subdivision right here and be like, you know what? I'm going to modify my house and turn it into a 4-story.
Right.
No. The HOA says
that.
no.
Okay.
So you think you got something and you ain't even got that.
America.
This is America.
This is America. What's the voice?
Bye, EPA. Oh, Lord. Y'all, that was a long... We ain't gonna make it tonight.
Somebody asked me what EPA is. I'm telling you, I know it.
Oh, my goodness, y'all. All right, let's see what's going on down here. Huh?
Go down
What?
No, go down. And then another one. There you go. Right
What is this? Oh, then what's this?
that was a video for the EPA, but we already just explained all of it.
The same thing what I said is in there? Mm-hmm. Look at me. I ain't even see that. I be knowing stuff. Y'all see my shirt? My nephew made this. He has a line called Original. Mm-hmm. The same person who does the outro music on my show.
Yes.
He also designed and made this too.
It. I really like that shirt.
My nephew Joshua. Oh, God, you know him, Mommy. Stop playing. Yes, you do. When he comes over. I have. I have.
Well, maybe, Mama, we need to get you a nice shirt.
Yeah, we need to get you one.
Get you an original shirt.
And get you one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is going to... Let me stop. Okay, y'all. It's time for Black History, y'all. Y'all know every day is Black History on Good and Crazy News. You know what I don't have? I don't have a little thing for Black History. Like, me, it's gossip, and welcome back to Good and Crazy. It should be something for Black History. Can I make it up right now?
Yeah. What would you do?
Welcome to Black History Time, y'all. It's time for the banjo and get on out there and do my little... Oh, my God.
Girl, you playing now.
No, I'm not.
I'm just playing. I would never do that. Y'all, Charles Drew is in here. We all know what he did and where he's from and everything. You know about Charles Drew?
Maybe.
Okay, so you know, I think he has something to do with blood. This says Charles Drew, he was born in June 3rd, 1904. Wow, this is like right around his birthday. For his medical career, Drew applied to Howard University, Harvard Medical School, and later McGill University. Drew lacked some prerequisites from Howard University, and Harvard wanted to defer him for a year, so he began medical school promptly. Drew decided to attend McGill's Medical School in Montreal, Canada. We had another story with somebody else who got delayed going to school, and they went to Canada to start their career. Who was that? You know who I'm talking about? Okay, well, because back in these times, y'all couldn't stop black folks from getting their education.
Baby, come on now.
They was gonna get it. They was fighting for their education, and if you didn't want to give it to them here, they went to another country, got their shit, and came back in the 1800s.
That's amazing.
Okay.
That's amazing. That's why I believe you don't let nothing stop you.
Nothing stop
what
you.
You want, don't let it stop.
Don't let it stop
Nothing.
you. It says it was during this stage of his medical journey that Drew worked with John Baddie, who was conducting research regarding the potential correlation between blood transfusions and shock therapy. What could the correlation between blood transfusions and shock therapy be? That's a big correlation. It is? You've had a blood transfusion before, right? Yeah. Okay, let me let him tell what this is. So, so explain.
So the shock therapy, it helps when like someone gets like dehydrated or passes out where blood is really not moving to the right places. So they use the shock therapy to, shock your heart into moving faster and pumping harder, basically.
Wow. Have you had that done? But you know about it.
But I know about it, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing. I had no idea about that.
Me either. Okay, so it says shock occurs as the amount of blood in the body rapidly declines, which can be due to a variety of factors such as a wound or a lack of fluids, dehydration. I've felt this before. This feeling of what he said with blood lacks moving around because of dehydration. Mm-hmm. I've had this before. I don't know if you remember this, Mommy. I was in Atlanta, and felt so bad. And I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack because I felt all this anxiety all of a sudden. I felt really drained. Child, my mama took me to the hospital, and I get to the hospital, right? I walk in the door. It says on top of the reception area, it says, if you think you're having a heart attack, come to the front of the line, right? Wait. I take my ass to the front of the line. I'm like, this is Atlanta. Yes, baby. Ma'am, I think I'm having a heart attack. Baby, you ain't having no heart attack. She was like, if you was having a heart attack, you'd be on that floor. I was like, okay. Come to find out, I was dehydrated. They gave me 3 bags of saline.
That saline gets you good.
And I could feel my blood moving through my body. When they was giving me the saline, I could feel my blood.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
It's a good feeling.
It is.
You know, it taste it in your mouth.
Yeah. You had one done before too? Give her back the mic.
Well, I've just had saline, put from being dehydrated.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I had the same thing.
The shock therapy, I didn't know that. I knew about the shock therapy on the mind. Within the psychology world, how they used to do the shock therapy treatment for your brain. I had no idea that they could use it for your heart. That's amazing. So it can get.
It's kind of like just like using a defibrillator, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a lower version of that, because the defibrillator is like, boom, jumpstart your heart
right away.
Yeah, this is like a lower version just to get your heart.
What's that thing? That pen thing, the adrenaline pen. You got the adrenaline one.
Yeah,
that makes you wake up.
Yeah. You know what amazes me about those things is how fast they work.
I know, right?
It's like, what is going on that makes it connection so quick? Because I had a colonoscopy and I had an endoscopy. I got put on propofol 2 times. Let me tell you something.
What?
When they put that propofol in your arm, they be like, Mr. Leach, and you wake up 1 second later and you be in the recovery room.
Shut up.
It works so quick that, the second time when I went and got my colonoscopy done, she was like, I'm about to put in the propofol. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for it to happen now. It was just like, it was just like like, whoa, what happened? It's literally like you died. No, seriously. It's like you died and came back. You don't remember nothing. You don't even remember that the time doesn't even exist. You literally close your eyes and wake back up, and it could have been 10 hours. It could have been 3 months.
And you wouldn't even know.
But my question is, as soon as that propofol hits your blood, you instantly go to sleep. Like, the communication system in your body must be so fast. It's just like, shit, y'all, shut it down. Boom.
Lights off.
Right. We don't know what's coming in. Something's coming in here.
Night. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay? For real, though. That's crazy how fast our senses in our body, the blood and
the nerves. No, that's
nerves.
communication.
Yeah, that's going straight to your nerves.
Yeah, that's
right.
No, it's going to your bloodstream, but the cells that goes in your vein. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is the cells communicate with each other so fast that it's able to basically paralyze your body.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and they have some way it can still keep you up, but you can't move.
Those ones are super crazy. When I broke my arm, they had me on that where I was still awake, but it was anesthesia, so I couldn't feel anything. It was like if I was in Interception or something, where the whole building's just moving. It was crazy.
I couldn't do that, y'all. I'd be like, can I have propofol, please? Well, I can just wake up when y'all done, because I don't need to see you jiggling my arm and popping it back in place and all that. And I'm seeing the room spin around. No, I don't want all of that. Y'all, Yeah, and guess what? All of this is because of Charles Drew is one of the pioneers that all this stuff that we just went off on a tangent talking about. Charles Drew is a part of the beginnings of that.
And he don't even look black.
You know what? I was gonna bring that up, but
I had to make sure because when I was looking for the picture, I was like,
I knew
is this
that-
dude even black? So
no,
I
I knew that he looked like this. I already knew because I knew the story of Charles Drew already. But that's another thing that's dope about black people is that you never know who's black. I try to tell y'all, I have a friend of mine. I'm not going to say your name because you might be watching this. I try to tell people how stupid racism is. It's so dumb. Now, my friend, he has a black father and a white mother, okay? He married a white woman. His children look white. Look white. But they're only one generation away because he was already mixed and then he got with a white woman. Now his kids look white, essentially. It only took, in other words, one generation to switch. One generation to switch. And I told him one day, I was like, I hope you raising your daughters to know that they black.
That they black. I know.
And he was like, they see my black ass every day.
They know it.
And I was like, okay.
They know it.
I was like, but see, the thing about, I was like, make sure your daughters know that when they can be in spaces where they hear fucked up shit around black people because people look at them and don't know that they come from a black family.
And that's true too. And kids recognize color.
Right.
They recognize
You see
color.
what I'm saying? So you need to prepare your daughters to be ready to whoop some white ass out there in them streets.
I know that's right.
In the name of black folks. In the name of your daddy and your granddaddy.
I think Charles Drew was targeted by his name more so than him as a person as far as
I think
how
his
he
name
looks.
gave him more of a pass.
You think his name gave him a pass?
Of course.
I think he would have gave you feel me, in my perception looking at him, I would thought he was a white man.
No, but what I'm saying is you have to remember your name precedes you.
Right.
So in other words, there's something called written discrimination. Did you know about that?
Phoenicia.
Right, exactly. So the reason why I always stayed getting jobs and a lot of people that I knew couldn't get jobs because I grew up in the era of people naming their children black names or African names or made up, not made up, but you know what I mean.
Never heard of.
Right, names. And so my name being Akhenaten, and I quickly figured out that if I put Akhenaten Leach on an application, I didn't get any phone calls. But it wasn't because my name sounded black. It's because they didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
See? But then when I started taking off my full name and just putting Aki, guess what? My phone started ringing off the hook because everybody thought I was Japanese.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
they get on the phone with you.
Yeah,
You're a black man.
Child, guess what? I'll just be showing up to the interview and they look. Yeah, it's me.
It's me.
Yeah. The black guy who you thought was Japanese is here. Because guess what? Every time somebody try to shorten my name, they always call me Aki Sushi Aki or some kind of Japanese. They always say, is it Japanese? They always say that. I'm like, no, it's Egyptian, okay?
I've never associated your name with Japanese, but I think it's because you
Well, it
broke
has
it down for me also.
Well, Aki means autumn in Japanese.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Mama said I didn't know that. Me neither, Mama.
Yes. Aki means autumn in Japanese, and it means brother in Muslim.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. See,
If you
y'all
listen
was
to old school
me.
hip hop, you hear Aki all the time, but people don't ever pay attention to it because they be talking about brothers, so they say Aki
I did not know that.
all the time. Yeah. A lot of hip hop songs from the 90s and 80s and stuff back when they was to really preach in hip hop and not just talk about sucking dick and their booty being pink and their
Booty
coochie
being
hole brown.
That's funny, but actually you said something and you don't even know you just said it. It's funny, but that you mentioned that they did back then. They actually talked about something. You actually heard a word, something that was going on within the government, within America.
Yeah.
Right now.
Listen, I call these rappers now the 100-word vocabulary rappers.
They only got 100 words or what?
Because I'm going to tell you something. Back when I was growing up, rappers and poets and all the people like that, they walked around with dictionaries and thesauruses.
Okay. That makes
No,
sense.
I'm dead ass real serious. If somebody called themselves being any type of intellectual, any type of poet, rapper, musician, or anything like that, they always had a thesaurus with them. They were always looking up words. They were always finding ways to bring in and bring out subjects that could rap. Because if you want to say, I walked down the street and seen that girl, and it don't rhyme or whatever, you got to find another word to replace that.
Right.
That's why they always walked around with thesauruses.
I did not know that.
Because they always wanted synonyms and antonyms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like I said, Saucy Santana he had a song come out. Child, the song was so basic lyrically. Mm-hmm. And it had the nerve to have 4 writers on a song. I was like, my grandnephew, that's 8, could have wrote that song. Okay? And y'all got 4 writers on a 100-word vocabulary song. Child, we sorry, Charles.
We sorry, Charles.
Sorry, Charles.
Charles R. Drew.
Sorry, Charles. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is the program he was in. Sorry, Charles. Child, the computer's not going to be able to break this up into proper clips. I'm going to have to do it all myself manually. It says, Blood for Britain program and helped establish the first Red Cross blood bank in the United States. Drew's work led to his appointment as director of the first American Red Cross blood bank in February 1941. Yes. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. The Red Cross Blood Bank. He started it.
Wow.
He also invented what would later be known as blood mobiles, mobile donation stations that could collect the blood and refrigerate it. This allowed for greater mobility in terms of transportation and increased prospective donations. This is why, they have those vans that come around to the school, the library, the church, and those places. He did that.
Blood if you want to give blood.
Yeah. He did that.
That's amazing.
I love black people.
That's amazing.
Don't you?
The contributions that we've made to society is so undermined.
Mm-hmm.
It's so undermined. It's stolen too, Mama. You right. It is.
Stolen.
It's stolen.
You said that right, Mama.
She sure did.
It says, Drew had a lengthy research and teaching career, returning to Freedman's Hospital and Howard University as a surgeon and professor of medicine in 1942. As he was awarded the Spingarn Medal by the NAACP in 1944 for his work on the British and American projects. He was given an honorary doctorate of science degree, the first by Virginia State College in 1945, then by Amherst in 1947. He passed away on April 1st, 1950. That means he was only 42 years old. Wow. And look how much he accomplished by the time he was 42 years old.
Wow.
My life sucks, y'all. I'm not contributing enough to society. I need to get better and do better.
I mean, come on now. Charles R. Drew is putting me to shame my dang self.
And he ain't had no transportation.
42?
Yes.
Wow. He did all of that in 42 years.
Not even 42 years, because the first 18 years he was a child.
He was a child. That's true. So he found something he wanted to
21 years.
Intentional about it.
Mama said, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know Charles Drew never gets a slam on Good and Crazy News, y'all. We love you very much, brother. Thank you for your contribution to society and to black people and to brown people and all people as a whole. Y'all. And guess what, y'all? We'll be right back.
This show is brought to you by Chris Castaneda with Mortgage Right. Tired of throwing money away on rent? Escape the cycle and start building real wealth. Chris can help you land the perfect home loan for your unique situation. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade, we'll guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. Contact Chris today to get started.
And we're back. Oh, goodness, y'all. Guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for Men's Gossip. Y'all, why is Simone Biles up there head to the news, y'all? Okay, now, Lord. Mm-hmm. All right, so wait, is there a video to this? Just this one picture? Okay, I'm going to give her a pass anyway. It says Simone Biles' new baddie body implants. Now, y'all, that's what this come from Media Takeout, and y'all knew how I feel about Media Takeout.
But I ain't what
on the gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Now listen, y'all. Y'all see Simone Biles up down here. Now listen, she's a world-class gymnast, okay? And when I say world-class, I mean beyond world-class. She's the world champion, Olympic champion. She's an 8-time national champion and 2-time Olympic all-around champion with Olympics missing in the middle because she got the twisties. And so, no, that's real.
Okay.
And
He said, no, that's a real thing.
yeah. And so Simone Biles, her athletic body, y'all know most athletic women, especially on this level, especially when you start so young, you're a little underdeveloped. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know, they can be having all those big giant boobs and shit while they're trying to swing and flip and doing all of that. And thankfully, God really, you know, holds it back for them.
Okay. But isn't their growth restricted because of the rigorous...
Okay, you're talking about two different things. Now, their growth is disrupted. They have a thing called, there's a name for it.
Okay.
It has to do with...
Puberty?
No, that's the second thing I'm going to talk about. Okay. The reason why she has this problem.
Okay.
There are busty gymnasts out there. They do it. No. I mean busty. Okay. Yeah, there are busty gymnasts out there, but a lot of them, it depends on how much they train. Because of the rigorous amount of their workout, their puberty gets delayed in their body. And the name of the disease is called osteochondrosis. That's what helps gymnasts be short. Wow. So what happens is because they're tumbling all the time, it's the opposite of basketball players. Did you know basketball players, they're not all naturally tall. That happens because they're always stretching and running and jumping and reaching. So they're actually pulling on their growth plates to make them stretch out.
Oh, I thought they were just born like that.
No.
Shoot.
There are short basketball players.
Yeah.
But most of them, the reason why they're tall is because they're always stretching their body. Now, gymnasts have the opposite problem. They're always pounding against their growth plate with that tumbling and vaulting and all that kind of stuff like that. Pushing, so when their bone is trying to stretch out, all of that flipping and banging on the ground and shit is forcing it not to be able to grow. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes, you know, this is the bone, right? They'll have a lump in the middle of their bone right here, which could have been the part that they grew. Mm-hmm. Then that's called the osteochondrosis. That keeps them short.
Okay. I always learn something. My mind. Teach me.
So because of that, you know, Simone Biles, she ain't no giant woman. And she's actually short for a gymnast. She's short. Okay. So not only was she naturally short, but the osteochondrosis and all that made her even shorter. So she's only like 4'3", 4'4". She's really short.
Oh, she is short.
Yeah, she's really little.
Taller than her.
Yeah, she's taller than Tiny.
Dang.
Oh, come on, cat.
Tiny Harris. Oh, JoJo, you bored now? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know JoJo, she's so temperamental.
Yes, she is.
So anyway, so they're trying to say right here, okay, this comes from me to take. It says, in the pics, right here, Simone looks gorgeous as ever. Flawless makeup, waist snatched. Oh, you know when they start giving you all these accolades, they about to start reading. Okay, you know, flawless makeup, waist snatched, and curves that weren't there before. Oh. Her followers immediately noticed her fuller chest, and rumors flying that she may have gotten breast implants. That alone was enough to get the comment section buzzing. But there's more. Fans also pointed out what looks like a dramatically rounder lifted booty, leading some to wonder, did Simone get a BBL? Now, first of all, Simone's booty is nothing wrong with her booty. She already had a booty, okay? She ain't getting no booty implants. Y'all can stop. But if she want to get some breast implants, let her do it. No. And you know what? It's not going to affect her gymnastics really that much because she did get a boob job. Now, she was a flatsy-tatsy. That's not shade.
No shade, but no woman wants to be flatsy-tatsy.
Right.
You know, we wanted to have a little...
something. And she's married now. She's married. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, baby. You know what I'm saying? And men love cleavage, too.
Right. You know, she got a little something going on up down there. You know, she's Olympic champion. She done made her coin. She's doing whatever the hell she want to do. And guess what? If she want to get a boob job and she want to get a BBL, that's her damn business. But I do know this. baby, don't get no BBL if you haven't gotten it yet, Simone Biles, please, because we all see what happens to BBLs a couple of years after they get them.
Especially if you don't got the money to keep up with the Jones. Oh my Lord.
No, I'm talking about the booty. We talking about the butt.
Oh my Lord.
Now, if you ain't got the coins to keep, like Phoenicia said, baby, if you ain't got the coins to keep the booty together, baby, don't do it. And guess what? People think that just because they go get these BBLs, listen, y'all, stop trying to take the cheat code to every damn thing. Mm-hmm. Okay? Everybody's on Ozempic now.
Yep.
Everybody's on all these drugs and stuff, and they want to get instant boob. Now, I can understand getting a boob job because you can't make yourself grow boobs.
No, you can't.
But here's the thing: if you want a booty, you can build a booty at the gym. You don't have to go get butt implants. You see what K Michelle went through with hers,
and she was honest about it.
Yes,
that's what I appreciated because she told her story on what happened, and she almost died trying to have a fat ass.
She got her BBL on the street.
Uh-huh.
And because what they did was there was no the silicone was not in no bag. They just injected the silicone straight into her butt.
Oh my God!
So the silicone was leaking down her legs and stuff. And in order for them to get the silicone out, they literally had to go and open her up and wipe it out and like try to scoop it out.
And that was she didn't find this out when she got it done.
When she got it done, she got it done in a freaking hotel room. Let me tell you something. If I go to a hotel room to get an enhancement, somebody needs to slap the shit out of me.
Okay.
As soon as I bring that up, you need to just be like, what you say,
yeah,
nigga?
For real. Boom. I might headbutt you, bitch.
Yeah.
I might knock the wig off, too.
You done lost your damn mind.
Okay.
Chain me to the bed for a week and make me think about that.
Beat that ass. Beat that ass. I'ma beat your ass on this train. We y'all know I'm finna do my thing.
I mean, because people are out here wilding out. Now, what's your opinion on Simone Biles getting this breast? Let me just blow it up so people can see.
I like it for her.
I think it looks cute.
I like it for her. Like you said, she's married.
Yeah.
If
she want to be
made her
sexy.
Happy, and it's making her husband happy, I say she looks good.
Yeah.
And she shouldn't worry about what nobody
says. Because guess what?
9 times out of 10, they broke, and they would have did it too if they had the money.
And guess what? They not as accomplished as she is, child. She has made all her life dreams come true. She has manifested her life.
So young.
She has manifested her life. And so she was able to bring her life to where it is. This is what she wanted to manifest next.
Yeah.
And she manifested it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, she's going to be pregnant.
Okay.
Because her man is probably like, get you some titties, I'll give you a baby.
Okay.
But not.
To look at.
But
give me something to look at when you get out the shower. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? I want to say this. I have a girlfriend of mine that she was a flatsy tatsy until she had a baby.
That happens.
And then when she had a baby, her titties went boom.
That happened.
And they stayed like that.
Praise them. I'm happy.
Huh?
Yes, she did.
My mama said she had a greedy baby.
She did, mama. She ain't.
That's what it
she ain't lying.
Y'all should see my mama. She's so convicted. She's like,
I know you ain't lying.
Oh my God, I didn't know a greedy baby. Your breast size hasn't changed.
Shoot, when they got that milk in them and they're growing, they're constantly growing. How about that?
Wow.
And as much as you breastfeed, as much they will grow.
Oh, because it's like replacing.
Some women's breasts get huge where they gotta get breast reduction.
Yeah, I know.
They got that greedy baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody, more than one person I know that when they had a baby, their breast just got super big and never went back down. Like, it went from an A to a D or E. No, I'm not even kidding.
See that back? I know that back.
Yes. Y'all, thank you, Simone. Girl, don't worry about what nobody got to say about your breast, girl. If you want to have breast implants, go ahead and get them, because it's not like she went out there and got something that looked ridiculous.
Yeah, outrageous.
She went from an A to like a C.
And they look good.
And
for
it
her
looks
body.
good.
They fit her body fine.
Yeah.
I like that.
She ain't come out with no double D's or no triple E's and nothing crazy like that. She went from an A to a C. She can still shop at Target for a bra and be okay. She ain't got to go nowhere special.
You know.
Okay, well, thank you, Simone. Guess what? You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. Bye. And that's not a slam. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. My favorite person is down here, Coco Gauff. Now, girl. Okay.
You gonna have to school me again.
Okay. So Coco Gauff is a champion now.
Okay.
Tennis champion.
Okay.
She's on Serena level.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, y'all, this is important. Because when my girlfriend came in here, we was talking pre-show. I was like, do you know about Coco Gauff? And she was like, who is that?
Yep.
Now, and so she proves the point, because what do I always say about Coco Gauff?
That she don't be popping out. She don't really have anything to make herself stand out.
Right. And so I explain all the time. No, I explain all the time. I talk about her all the time. I'm like, if you want to make black people watch you, and you in such a white sport, you have to do something to make yourself stand out. Now, Venus and Serena, I don't know how old you are, if you remember them when they first came out. Baby, they came out with the beads in their hair and shit. They was like, yeah, N-words is up down here.
Okay.
And we about to kick y'all ass. and they started winning. And next thing you know, Serena was wearing cat suits. And she had on a blue jean skirt one time with a scrunchy top with the cleavage out. She had a pink Puma cat suit one time with the shorts with the sleeves up like this. You don't remember?
No.
Baby, and Serena will come out with a big weave hair poof down to the back. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And then she be cussing out the judges and shit.
Letting it know.
But what I'm trying to say is that everybody black watched. And it's not because they were acting ghetto or nothing like that. It's because they brought their culture with them.
Right.
Culturally, they brought the culture to the game. This girl's not doing that. Now, she just got a deal with New Balance.
Okay.
And I have a video to show y'all about it. But before we get into that, I want to just say this. Coco, this is still not enough, girl. This is not going to be it. Okay? Now, what you need to do, like I said before, you need to do something like put Coco on your nails.
Oh.
Okay? Or be known for wearing bamboo earrings. You
She's
know.
a beautiful girl.
She's a beautiful girl. But what I'm trying to say is that she plays tennis very well. And the thing about it is I want people to watch. But nobody's watching. They're not watching. She's not bringing the numbers like Venus and Serena brought.
Yeah,
she's just not bringing it.
She needs to come in with that culture then.
She got to bring the culture in. And that's why I picked this picture right here of her. Because this is her with her New Balance contract. I want to know what's that around her neck. If it's Africa, I'm going to be like, it's not enough, girl. You need to do something else. Is that Africa? No. See, now look, you need one of these, girl. If you want to shock the girls down there. Because you got to come, if you want black people to watch you, you got to come with talent and
support.
No.
What?
Disruption.
Disruption. That's the culture.
That's how you bring the eyes.
Yes, because they already see
you have to
talent.
disrupt. When I say disruption, I mean disrupt the white culture that's controlling it with your blackness.
I know that's right.
And not in a disruptive way, not destructive, but I'm talking about just standing on your culture.
Yeah. Yeah, because they call wearing braids as a disruption.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, ma'am. The kids
they had to pass a thing called the Crown Act for black people to wear their hair the way they want to in school. That's not even cap.
Dread, any kind of locks.
This boy was wrestling in California. He was on the wrestling team.
I seen. Oh, yeah.
And he was winning the match. And one of the judges decided in the middle of the match, oh, he can't play no more because his hair is a distraction. And they literally cut off his hair in the middle of a match.
There, right then and there. So he wouldn't be disqualified, if I can add. I think he was going to get kicked out. Like, he was not going to be able to continue that match if he did not cut his hair.
Yes. In the middle of the match.
Wild. Mama, I said the same thing.
I know. It takes your words right away. Because it's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Anything to keep you from
being on top.
Yes.
And you know what? And there was a video that I saw of these black girls, and they were like, this is like from the 80s, and somebody clipped it and put it on TikTok. And the girl was like, y'all white people, y'all just want to be, why is my big lip such a problem for you when you go down and get collagen injections in your mouth to make your lips look like mine? Okay. And if my dark skin is so bad, why do you spend so much money and time at the tanning bed to get your skin to look like mine? And you sit up there and tell me that my butt is too big, and meanwhile you going down there to the doctor to get a butt injection. Girl.
Not the same doctor. Look, we know the same people. I go to the hair store. You go to the hair store too. You wearing weave too, Becky.
Guess what, y'all? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If y'all watch any news from any city, from CNN on down to local, all them bitches got pieces in their hair.
Okay.
Even the white ones. And guess what? The white ones, they can't. They make it obvious because they just put clips in.
Yeah, they do.
And you can see their real hair over the fake hair that comes down the hair.
You right.
I'm like, I can see where your real hair stops. Like, girl,
you playing now.
No, I'm not.
All right, so guess what? I want y'all to watch this video of Coco with her newfound fashion that she got from New Balance up down there. See, this is the difference. See, this is another thing I'm saying. See, when Serena decided she was going to get a brand deal for making her outfits and shit, she went to Puma.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Puma is known for being urban.
Right.
This girl went to New Balance.
Are her parents older? Maybe
it seemed like
she may have older parents.
But watch this, y'all. Watch this.
Coco Gauff's skirts keep getting shorter. She's got 3 jaw-dropping secrets behind it. During her intense showdown with Aryna Sabalenka, fans quickly noticed that Coco's skirt was noticeably shorter. What really stood out was that while Aryna wore long pants to stay warm during practice, Coco always showed off her legs. Even in freezing temperatures, she stuck to it. Her unusual choice sparked a lot of questions. Why is she doing this? First, it's a way for her to stand out. Before this, Coco wasn't exactly eye-catching. Her outfits were so plain that fans could barely recognize her on court.
This is supposed to be her new jazzed up look. Baby, it's not giving.
The matching pieces.
Hold on. Let me just keep going. I'm sorry. I just wanted to pause and throw my little 2 cents.
So after signing with New Balance in 2018, she started getting directly involved in designing her outfits, down to the skirt colors and lengths. She even added details like mesh cutouts and contrast stitching, which got her a lot more media attention. Secondly, it made her millions. In 2022, Coco launched her own.
You know what? That's what she need to come out on the court in. That is what she need to come out on the court in, but she's not going to. No. This is streetwear. This is her. See, Serena will put this on and come out on the court.
Right.
With the nails done, the Nikes, the Pumas on, and this outfit, if she was today, she would come out in this.
Right, okay.
And be like, bitch, what? You know, this intimidates the person on the other side because they have on a traditional tennis outfit.
Okay, I see.
And you know what? No shade, Coco. But this right here, this supposed to be part of your new outfit collection. Girl, this looks like y'all stole this from the ice skaters. I can put this on any random ice skater and they'll be out there doing their flip routine out there. Girl, this is not telling me that you about to whoop somebody's ass. And that's what black people are known for, fashion and making a fashion statement.
If she whooped somebody's ass in that yellow, I know all they saw was lightning. That's all they saw.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Lightning. They saw black lightning every time.
But look, but you understand what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I feel what you're
saying. It's like if you gonna call yourself getting a contract with somebody, baby, I think I could have found this at the tennis shop down the street. You didn't have to get paid from New Balance to get this. You could have got some drag queen to make this for you.
Is this her first sponsor?
I don't know if this is her first sponsor, but I know she made millions of dollars from it. What you say, Mama? Yes, that is her outfit that she got sponsored to put on up down here, which I don't understand it. Now, listen. And they say she making millions of dollars. She probably is, but let me tell you, she did a double flex on. She be flexing on black people all the time. She be on private jets talking about, look at my trophy that I just got. But she be on a private jet. That's the low key. See, the flex is supposed to be the statue.
Right.
But the ultimate flex is the private jet.
Okay.
But she's not even talking about that. See what I'm
She need
saying?
to be getting on the plane. She need to show us getting on that jet.
Wait, see, she might be fronting about the plane. The plane might just be sitting on the ground.
Come on, girl. Shoot.
Oh my God. This is what she at the end of the day, this is what she need to come out on the tennis court with. Coco. Not this. If you really want to whoop some ass, child, and you want to intimidate the girls, you can't intimidate the white girl when you have on one of their outfits.
Right.
You need to put on a sister outfit if you want to intimidate the white girls. You need to put. This is a perfect tennis outfit for you. No cap.
I actually agree. I agree with you because she can still move around.
Yes.
It's still culture.
Yes, and she looks
That's a
sickening
throwback.
in it.
That's a throwback jersey.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She would look sickening in
With
this.
the
If she
jean
came
skirt.
out with this, she would be eating the girls.
Yes, she would.
And she could win on top of that. Girl, Coco, I'm going to need you to stop playing with us in our face. Now, if I see you down there putting raisins in your goddamn potato salad, I'm kicking you out. Bye, Coco, again. Child. I hate to get on Coco like that, but we've been on her for a minute about her what she be wearing. And it's so funny that this actually came up. Yeah. Y'all, this is we are still in men's gossip all of this time.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so y'all see this? Oh my God. Okay, y'all heard about the trans man that was I'm sorry, the trans woman who was beating all the people down there at the swimming at the University of Pennsylvania? This is the person.
With the long arms.
Child, you know what I keep on trying to tell people? Just because you're a man and you put a wig on does not make you look trans, okay?
Right.
This is a man with a wig on. This is not trans, okay? It's just a man with a wig on. Okay. That is not trans.
You know what I mean? Come on now.
Listen, if you're going to do it, you better do it.
All the way. Especially if you're going to go and be in a woman's sport.
Right.
Come on now.
Listen, I said this before. I'll say it again. If you're going to go to women's sports and try to beat them down there, cut your dick off.
Okay.
Come on, cat.
Make it make sense.
Right?
Okay? No, for real, though.
Cut your dick off.
You're going to be out there in the...
Because guess what? You offending the hell out of people down there with your penis. That's why they don't want... That's the main reason why they don't want you to play, because you still got a dick down there. It says, University of Pennsylvania updates swimming records to settle with feds on transgender athletes case. You know what they did? They stripped him of all his shit. That ain't funny, but it is. Okay.
Because you wasn't fully committed.
Right, exactly.
No, let me stop.
No, this is not a tennis player. This is transgender swimmer. Yeah, this comes from NPR. It says the University of Pennsylvania on Tuesday modified a trio of school records set by transgender swimmer Leah Thomas and said it would apologize to female athletes disadvantaged.
They ain't right.
I'm not right. Did you hear what I said? Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. As a gay person, I should not be being against my own community. I'm going to start back over. And I'm going to try to be more respectful this time, even though I don't care. It says, Leah Thomas said it would be... Oh, I did it again. You know what? When they write these stories, they be writing them to be shady, you know. They do. Because you know they keep putting it in here over and
That's
over.
That's what I'm thinking. You read it, too.
Right.
And you reading it.
Right. Wait. It's from NPR, y'all. It says the University of Pennsylvania on Tuesday modified a trio of records set by transgender swimmer Leah Thomas and said it would apologize to female athletes disadvantaged by her participation on the women's swimming team. Part of the resolution of a federal civil rights case, the U.S. Education Department and Penn announced the voluntary agreement of high-profile case that focused on Thomas, who last competed for the Ivy League school in 2022 when she became the first openly transgender athlete to win an NCAA Division I title. Now, let me tell you something. Now, in Leah Thomas's defense, and she said this, and this is true, she was losing all day. Okay? Leah Thomas lost all day. She won one race. One! And everybody lost their fucking mind. Okay. She was losing all day. She lost all day, all week, I think. She finally won one race to be like, oh my God, I won.
And they lost their mind.
They
also took away her awards that she
That's
got?
what's happening right now. They taking it away right now. It says, under the agreement, Penn agreed to restore all individual Division I records and titles to female athletes who lost to Thomas and send a personalized apology letter to each of those swimmers, the education department said. So they I don't know who's apologizing. I think the school is apologizing, not Leah.
Okay.
So, yes, they do. Yeah, they do care. That's why this is all happening. Because they felt like they got beat by a man. No, she's an almost woman. I liked how you said that. An almost man or almost woman. An almost woman, child. It said by Tuesday afternoon, the Penn website showed other athletes holding the school's top times in Thomas's events. Oh, God. The site was annotated with a note that read, now this is, oh, God. Y'all done put this on y'all website? It says, competing under eligibility rules in effect at the time, Leah Thomas set program records in the 100, 200, and 500 freestyle during the 2020, 2021, 2022 season. While Penn's policies during the 2021-2022 swim season were following NCAA eligibility rules at the time, we acknowledge that some student athletes were disadvantaged by these rules. Penn's president, J. Larry Jamison, said, we recognize this and will apologize to those who experience a competitive disadvantage or experience anxiety because of the policies in effect at the time. What you got to say about this? Hold on, let me get Phoenicia's thing because you done took over the last segment. Let me see what Phoenicia got to say about this.
Okay, so let's recap. Leah Thomas is losing her medal, her title, because she wasn't fully committed to being a woman. Is that what I'm boiling down to?
Well, that's not the reason why. The reason why she's losing her stuff is not. That's the point, but. The girls in the competition felt like it was unfair for a biological man to be racing in their races because he's still biologically a man. And like I said, until you cut your dick off, you're still a man. I don't care how many pills you take.
Right. That says you're changing. Before the butterfly becomes the butterfly, it's a caterpillar. So. I get that point. I can't call you a butterfly until you a damn butterfly.
Exactly.
I get it.
You still in the cocoon.
You still in the cocoon, baby.
And you want us to, you in the cocoon where you supposed to be sleep and dormant until you pop out your new self. And that's why you look like this on this picture instead of looking like a real woman, because you just a man with a wig on.
I wonder if,
Unlike T.S. Madison.
Oh, but come on, cat.
T.S. Madison is a woman. That's what she say. And if you challenge that, she'll threaten to beat your ass.
And I don't want to get beat by that. That's a big woman.
No.
That's a big woman.
I mean, you might get beat T.S. Madison because she's mostly booty. Have you ever noticed that? I'm going to get in trouble, y'all.
I'm just looking at the arms. You feel me? I'm looking at
Have
everything
you ever
else.
seen her stand up?
No.
Oh, my God. Y'all, the booty is gigantic. No, I said the booty. Child, what y'all think? Do y'all think Leah Thomas should lose her stuff down there, or y'all think that the university is going too far because they want to compromise with Donald Trump and his policies?
Well, I think that if they were going to be considerate on those girls, they should have thought about that before they let Leah Thomas in. Because what was the purpose of letting him in just to strip everything away if you knew he was not fully, a woman?
Right.
So I feel like I would be upset too, because why did y'all let me in if y'all were just going to strip me away from all my titles?
Well, see, the school was actually the athletic department at the school was actually okay with Leah competing. Mm-hmm. This came from Donald Trump bullying the school about it.
So because
the girls started their protests against it, and it made it all the way to Donald Trump's ear. Mm-hmm. So he threatened to pull funding away from the school unless they did this.
He's funding the school?
It's a public school.
Oh. Ooh, that sucks. I mean, that's a hard pill. Because I believe that Trump should look into why did y'all give Leah Thomas the in the first place?
Well, the thing about it is that if this was Harvard, University or Spelman or Morehouse or a private institution,
right?
There's nothing nobody could do about it.
Right. So maybe Leah Thomas, if you're watching this, go to a private institution, baby, that accepts you
for who you is,
and while you in your cocoon stages, so you can come out and be that beautiful butterfly and have money too.
Lord, no,
I'm gonna walk away because I need to calm down because bitches in here is motherfucking trying me and I'm ready to pop the fuck off. Because you're gonna say and call me arrogant and like you don't like me. Bitch, you don't know me from a motherfucking...
Well, you know what? If I was one of the girls down there racing and a man came up in the women's sport and beat me, I would feel a kind of way.
Okay, Aki, because listen, baby, you listen, you gonna get in that pool and you gonna whoop my ass in that pool.
I mean, so both people have
arm span, that muscle mass, that stuff matters.
It does matter, and I'm quite sure Leah does not. Because look, no shade, y'all. If you just take away the product out of the hair, because it does not even take away the hair, just take the product out of the hair. That means the red dye and the curly shit, and shave the head off. It's just a man.
It's still a man. True.
So I'm sorry.
No shade to you, Leah Thomas. Okay.
Sorry, boo, but you know what?
Take your ass to a private institution.
For sure. Bye, Leah. Bye. Y'all, this is going to have to be the end of the show because we have been on here for an hour and 30 minutes already.
Just talking.
Oh, Lord. This is going to be the last story for today. I know, but you talking about grown people now. By the time you get to college, you grown as far as the government is concerned. Mm-hmm. So can't nobody's mama jump in and save you. Once you pass high school, your mama can't save you no more. Well, we talking about people in college. Okay, y'all. It says right here that this is so crazy, y'all. Oh, wait, this is back to the University of Penn story. This is basically a news portion of it. Watch this.
The University of Pennsylvania has agreed to ban transgender athletes from its women's sports in order to resolve its federal civil rights case with the Trump administration. The Department of Education said as part of the voluntary agreement that Penn will restore all individual Division I swimming records and titles to female athletes who lost to Leah Thomas, the transgender swimmer who last competed for the Ivy League school back in 2022 and became the center of controversy. In a statement to the NewsHour, Penn acknowledged the agreement and added, quote, Penn has always followed and continues to follow Title IX and the applicable policy of the NCAA regarding transgender athletes.
It is what it is. I don't make up the rules, child.
If I made up the rules, I'm telling you, everybody would be billionaires.
Yeah, like we lived in Saudi Arabia or something like that, or in Dubai, where everybody's rich.
We print it out.
Y'all, this popular YouTuber, his name is 4Extra, blew his hand off setting fireworks. And this story comes from Media Takeout, and y'all know how I feel about Media Takeout.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
But listen, it's actually true. There's a video to this. But I didn't want to watch the video, and I didn't want to put it on this show.
Okay.
Because this man had two M80s in his hand. In New York, we call those blockbusters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because in New York, fireworks are street level. Like we don't do like in Texas when y'all blow up fireworks, it goes to the sky.
Right.
In New York when we blow fireworks, it's street level fireworks. They don't go to the sky.
Right, because y'all's buildings is up there.
Yes, everything is on the street.
Everything.
The drug dealers come around. They have these wheels this size right here, like these ring lights, and they hammer them to the street posts. And at night, they'll light it, and it spins around with all the stuff, sparkles and shit coming out of it and everything.
Cool.
They would take like this big roll of firecrackers in M80s. Like the roll is like this tall, and they'll roll it down the whole block on New Year, 4th of July and stuff like that. And they'll light the end of it, and they'll just pop, 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 boom, boom, pop, pop, boom, 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 down the whole street, and the whole street be filled with smoke. And you can't hear after that. Your ears be fucked up and everything because them M80s. It's a quarter stick of dynamite.
What?
Yes. He had 2 quarter sticks of dynamite. He's saying, this is it, right? He says M80. That's what we call them in New York, M80s. Why you had them in your hand and light them, dummy? Like, are you serious? So, y'all, it says right here, it says, just when you thought your holiday barbecue was chaotic, No Jumper podcast of 4X reminded everybody what not to do on the 4th. The LA-based street rap figure and co-host on Adam 22's popular podcast reportedly blew off half his hand while playing with fireworks, and yes, there's a video. Now, if y'all want to jump down to TikTok, because it's on TikTok, I've seen it. I just could not push play.
You don't want to watch it.
I know I don't. You do?
No, you don't. It's like Saw, but real life.
One hand.
He only has a thumb now.
He only has a thumb?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to see that. Oh, that means it was nothing. It was nothing he could put him back. He couldn't even put it back on. He blew these things
off. He had a half a stick of dynamite in his hand. No, 2 quarters. Because the M80 is a quarter of a stick of dynamite. They sell them in the store in New York. They sell them in the store. You can buy them on the street. Well, yeah, look, y'all, this is, look, it says popular internet personality and squabbler 4Extra has reportedly blown his hand clean off in fireworks accident on the 4th of July. Y'all, now look, they sell these in New York. You can get them in now look.
Does a squabbler mean he's a squabbler? He like to fight?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But you know what? It says supercharged firecrackers. Now, only somebody dumb would read that and believe that it's not as powerful as it is. Because you know what we used to call these? We used to call these blockbusters. Mm-hmm. That's what we called them. That was the street name. Blockbuster. Now, why would you put something that the street called a blockbuster in your hand?
I don't know.
There's something, listen, these things right here, these M80 blockbusters, this is something that you light and then start running. You know what I'm saying?
And he just added it. Oh, my goodness.
You light these and you run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Running. Yeah, you light them and you run.
I don't play
and then if you had stupid people in your neighborhood that like the bullies and shit like that, you light it and then they try to hold you from running. And then y'all both end up running. That used to be kind of the fun part. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, ain't nothing like growing up in New York, child. It was nothing like it.
It seems like a whole nother world.
It is a whole nother world.
It is, Mama. She said it was.
If we was in New York right now, this whole house would be shaking because the subway would be going by, the trains would be doing everything, buses, people screaming, horns honking, ambulance, all that shit would be going on right now. And the 4th of July, oh Lord. If the street be filled up, I'm not kidding. An inch thick of just the remnants of all the fireworks. An inch thick on the street.
That's crazy.
Oh, goodness.
Our blockbusters here was a movie.
Oh, okay, so look, it says something here. It says, in a now viral video Instagram clip, 4Extra can be seen hyping himself up by handling a firecracker. What you hyping yourself up to do? You actually want to see if you can hold it when it explodes? I don't even think Superman is
He ain't
that
a squabbler no more. I can tell you that.
It says, he shouts, "I'ma blow up, nigga." Wait, he shouts, "I'ma blow a nigga up." That's what he shouted.
And he was the nigga that got blown up.
Yeah. He was playing around, huh?
Damn.
He said, "I'ma blow a nigga up," and seconds later, boom, it wasn't a joke. Oh my God. The firework exploded in his hand, leaving him with a severe injury, and fans completely shook. He could have died from that, just from bleeding out.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if his hand was just like this.
Oh my God. This is according to multiple outlets. The damage was so bad that half his hand was blown off. The video is as horrifying as it is reckless. And unfortunately, it's real. You know what's funny? Last year during the Dodgers game, there was a guy, remember we covered it? He was holding one of those ones that go up in the air and explode. Mm-hmm. He was holding one of those in his hand. He tried to hold it, when it started shooting out the rocket part of it. He was still holding it like a dummy. And then you know what? What happened to him is that he got shocked. He shocked himself. In other words, he got stuck and couldn't put it down. And it blew up in his hand.
Oh, my gosh.
People be doing the dumbest shit. Like, come on, y'all. Didn't y'all listen to y'all parents tell y'all not to play with firecrackers and shit like that when y'all was growing up? I mean, come on.
Not all attention is good attention.
My mama like not the ones in New York. Oh, goodness. And you know what? This is what I always say. Money and all that type of shit does not make you smart. Because look at this fool. He looked dumb in this picture. I'm sorry. He looked dumb before it happened. And he looked dumb after it happened. Because he looked like he was born in 1827. As a slave.
Come on, cat.
In other words, nigga, you knew better.
Yeah. You know what whips are.
You knew
He trying to get whipped down there. Lord have mercy, y'all. And guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for boom, the Kim K Slamm. Y'all prayers up for all of those children in Kerr County and Kerrville that are missing still, that we need to say prayers for. The missing children from the flood. Armon Wiggins, boy, sit down. Black China, girl, we know you trying to get back in the news, girl. Whatever you gonna do, just do it. Just don't be stupid again. Try to find a way to bring civility back into the world.
Oh, okay.
Try it. If anybody can do it, I think you can. The EPA, excuse me. I'm low-key with getting rid of y'all to a degree. Or at least certain departments of y'all need to go so we can build some stuff in this country.
They shouldn't be the last say so.
They're not. There's even more bureaucracy in the way besides them. That's just one agency. Yes. Charles Drew, you know you don't ever get no slam on Good and Crazy News. Simone Biles, girl, if you want to get your body together for you and your man, can I put the caller up down there, please? For you and your man, please do it. Okay. Is that everything? So you just want to do halfway shit up down here. Child, Coco Gauff, it ain't black enough. Bye. University of Pennsylvania, I don't know. Don't let the government come in there and tell y'all what y'all gonna do with y'all program. If y'all was gonna let Leah win, let him win. Shit, y'all the ones who put him up there to begin with.
And now y'all taking his stuff away. Because of Trump.
Because of Trump. Bye. And 4 extra. That's your name perfectly now. Because now you need 4 extra fingers.
You know. I can't die. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
You were dumb. Okay. Oh, goodness. That's the end of the show, y'all. Judah, how can people get in contact with you?
On Instagram at Judah's Photography, JUDAHS Photography.
And Phoenicia, how can people get in touch with you, girl?
Instagram, I'm on there as Yes Nene.
Yes, Nene. And Mommy, how can people get in contact with you? Call you on the phone, on my phone. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching the show. The show was really long today. Let me see. How long is it? An hour and 44 minutes. Oh, Lord. Y'all, the camera must love you.
You think so?
Yes, because everything stayed on just for you. Because we would have been out of gas by now, for real. Overheating and everything. I love y'all so much. And guess what? If y'all want one of these shirts, go to originalorgnl.co and sign up, and you can get one of these shirts. I know y'all like it. It's super high quality. Feel it.
It is. I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
It's thick, too. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it free? No. It ain't free.
Mama want one.
And guess what? The person who made this shirt also made the outro that y'all about to hear right now. Because guess what I'll be doing till next time, y'all? I'll be sitting here waiting at the door. Bye.
Sitting here waiting at the door, yeah. 1942. Sitting here waiting on you, yeah. Just waiting on you, just waiting. Nights that I'm spending all alone. Been waiting for you to walk through the door. Rockin' designer, Gucci attire.